playing the way he is this year, it's still a good contract. I still think that's a really solid value contract, but he's not having and that $8.2 million for 2028. I remember when he got this up into the district grade, and it was up a lot of the shot. And he did a lot of the players well, not just his club, motivation for that to be there. Notice $7.95 million cap hit for 2030, not a lot of stuff. If you just think about this at the level, and so, I mean, that cap hit high for the $6.5 million for 2025, Ottawa can't do this because Drew has a good next year to pay off. A lot of $1 million contract it's still a good contract, but I don't think the Wild other players are not going to it. I don't think the Wild have next year is going to do it. Sanders is $2.45 million cap for 2030 years. I still think that contract is perfectly fine. But at this point, I still believe Sanders is $4.6 million cap for 2025. That's for the contract. And Columbus out $4 million a year for 2028. That contract raise was $5 million. If you look at the numbers Columbus out was put up last we want to give them the term. But I don't understand that contract for Ottawa. Columbus out was not good. I think it was like how much of that is that Columbus out? How much of that is July the 1st, they have $12,850,000. The cap hit there, they don't want that cap hit for this. But the question I have with Ottawa is, so we're going to decide, all right, well, this corner doesn't work. So we decide that this is going to work as it is. Okay. What do you trade them for? And with Ottawa, what Arizona did, where they have to the playoffs in a while, and I say that knowing Arizona was the class in 2027, they wouldn't have made it that year. So I wonder, well, Ottawa, the players are going to do well, like Buffalo, when it was built, when it was done, everything good. And meanwhile, you got the players, they're not going to go to the playoffs. So let me know your thoughts. Where do you see such a lane for Buffalo and Ottawa in terms of fighting and the other two players going to break through? Look at that topic. And then the question becomes, does it make the playoffs in 2029? Get a quote and buy home insurance online to save 10% on your first policy term. We gotta make this video, man. It was too easy of an idea not to explore. So, today's source is coming to us from the Edmonton Journal, where David Staples wrote a piece from January 12, 2024, talking about the idea of an Edmonton Oilers and Columbus Blue Jackets trade. Does a Campbell for Lincoln swap make too much sense not to happen? Again, the articles from a few days ago will be linked in the description if you want to read more about this yourself. But this is and I'm still going to go out there and say it's a trade request, even though he says it's not a trade request. He's saying that he'd like a change of scenery. But besides this video, we also talked about the idea of Merzlikins wanting to go to the Oilers 1 month ago. This was the entire conversation surrounding his top choice, and that was a pretty big deal. It's just now, with even more rumors on the block about Merzlikins actually asking for it and being interested in moving elsewhere, we have new articles like this one by Staples that reignite the Oilers, Campbell, Merzlikins conversation. Because now, I mean, Jack Campbell, as we have talked about, he is not really doing all too hot in his season. Now, sure, he actually has bounced back a little bit the past few games. He's got a .942 save percentage and 4 goals against in his past 2 games. So 2 goals against per game right there. His numbers are getting a tad better, even an .898 save percentage in total now in the AHL. But still, his $5 million AAV salary is a lot, and the Oilers could definitely use that money elsewhere. Take a look at what the article goes out there and talks about, though. This in from Aaron Portzland, writer in Columbus for the Athletic News, that goalie Merzlikins is likely on the move. Merzlikins says he has not requested a trade, but he and the Columbus Blue Jackets have agreed to find a new scenario for him. I love Columbus, I love these guys, I grew up here. Also, I'm not a backup goaltender. Some more expanded comments by Merzlikins in the press conference. I just want to be treated as a number 1. I believe I'm a number 1. It didn't get to the point that I'm requesting a trade, it went to the point where both sides agreed. This is business, and it's not what I'm handling. I want to play. I'm not going to be a number 3. I can assure you that, especially for the hard work I did this summer, mentally and physically. Now, you can debate amongst yourselves as to whether or not Merzlikins is a number 1 goaltender, but he, in his heart of hearts, believes that he is. Now, there is a debate to be had there, and Staples even opens up the article with his take, asking the question and saying that, yeah, I mean, Merzlikins has not really been too amazing the past few years, and he's also pretty expensive, which could make things difficult. And ultimately, he opens up the second thought by saying, yeah, there are a number of factors that would indicate that Merzlikins will not be coming to Edmonton. At the same time, though, does it not make sense for a Jack Campbell trade? 32 years old for Merzlikins, it would make so much sense that it's bound to happen. Their contracts are almost the same, with Campbell making $5 million per year for the next 3 seasons, just $400,000 less than Merzlikins. Merzlikins has a .906 career save percentage, while Campbell has a career .909 save percentage. Both players have worn out their welcome in their current cities and need a change of scenery. Both would have a chance to find their old games and redeem themselves in a new city. Now, I'll go out there and say before we dive into any of the other conversations, because Staples writes more about, like, Carolina and Merzlikins going over to another team, etc., etc. From the perspective of Jack Campbell, I think this actually could be a really good deal. Mostly because in Columbus, there isn't really a sky-high expectation ceiling that the Edmonton Oilers have right now. Everybody knows the Oilers are cup or bust. If they don't win the Stanley Cup, things are going to be melted down in that city because of the McDavid and Draisaitl years getting wasted even more. But in Columbus, everybody's kind of accepted defeat over there. Let's just wait before Adam Fantilli becomes the number 1 center. Johnny Gaudreau will be on this team forever, so he'll stick around. We still got Patrick Laine, we still got Provorov, we still got Werenski. There are talented pieces here. It's just the Blue Jackets cannot seem to find themselves out of the gutter.